Is Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho charting his own political path away from the shadows of Raila Amollo Odinga? Or is it part of their strategy to propel Hassan Joho into national politics? That's the discussion which is currently ongoing within the political circles in this country. So today I want us to look at Hassan Joho and his future in politics. But before we do that, if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, you get notified. Now back to the main issue. Hassan Joho doesn't need any introduction in this country. He's the current governor for Mombasa County. And Hassan Joho is nursing presidential ambitions. He wants to become the president of the Republic of Kenya at one time. And he has made this severally and publicly.
Nataka niseme kwanza, nataka nimshukuru sana Mwenyezi Mungu. Mimi husema siku zote, uongozi unatoka wapi? Maisha yanatoka wapi? Riziki inatoka wapi? Na wewe kama una uwezo panda juu ndo kafanya nini? Na wananchi na wauliza tuanze kuweka mikakati ya kupea chama chetu nguvu, chama cha ODM. Umepata hapo? Wale ambaye wanaona tunaota wajue sisi hapana watu wa kawaida, my friend. Ukiona unang'ang'aa hivi, watana wengine wanasema ati Joho ataweza wapi kuwa president? Walisema siwezi kuwa mbunge nikawa. Wakasema siwezi kuwa governor nikawa. Sasa wanasema siwezi kuwa president, wangoje tubaweza, Mwenyezi Mungu atashangaa.
Hassan Joho is also the ODM deputy party leader, which means in ODM, Hassan Joho is the second in command because ODM party has the party leader and two deputy party leaders. And there is Oparanya, who is a deputy party leader, and Hassan Joho. So technically, the two are the second in command after Raila Amollo Odinga. And because in politics, everything don't just happen out of mere coincidence. During the last election, Raila Odinga and Hassan Joho played a football game or football match at Mbaraki Stadium. And they were passing the ball to each other. Raila, Joho, Raila, Joho, Raila, Joho. And then when Raila passed it last to Joho, then Joho carried that ball. And that marked the end of that match. So it was symbolic. And because it was symbolic, it definitely means the mere fact that Raila Odinga passed the ball to Joho and Joho carried it out of that pitch meant probably that Raila Odinga was handing over that ball to Hassan Joho. And in ODM party, Hassan Joho has managed to capture the imaginations of the supporters. Let me take you through the history of Hassan Joho briefly. Hassan Joho first contested to become the member of parliament, I think was it in 2004, when Karisa Maitha died. Karisa Maitha was the member of parliament for Kisauni. So Hassan Joho, as a young boy, contested in that particular by-election. But Hassan Joho was defeated by, was it Anania Mombasa? Then after that defeat, Hassan Joho now started venturing in politics. He ensured, because Anania started working with Kibaki, Hassan Joho made sure that he positioned himself and was elected the LDP chairperson for Kisauni. And when the general election came in 2007, Hassan Joho was elected as the member of parliament for Kisauni. And from that time up to now, his political star has continued to rise. And that's why in that clip, Hassan Joho was saying, walisema hata kuwa mbunge amekuwa, walisema hata kuwa governor amekuwa, na hata hiyo urais atakuwa. But in ODM circles, there's also the talk that Raila Odinga seems to favor Ali Hassan Joho. And I want to give you some of the reasons people give. Take, for example, at the coast. Hassan Joho was first elected as a member of parliament in 2007. That was the same time Amason Kingi was also elected as a member of parliament. So in 2013, these two gentlemen, after that election, Raila Odinga formed a coalition government with Moi Kibaki. Hassan Joho was appointed as assistant minister. Amason Kingi was appointed as a full cabinet, as a full minister for East African community, and I think later on as fisheries. So we are talking of two leaders, young, because by the time Hassan Joho was elected, I think it was 30 something. Kingi was also around 33, 34 there. They were not beyond 35, both of them. So both of them were young. So elected at the same time, one appointed full minister, the other one appointed assistant minister. So which means even by that time, for Raila to have chosen Amason Kingi, he had a reason. But the fact was that Amason Kingi was elected after defeating one of the big names also in Magarini, Harrison Kombe. Joho had also inherited a seat which was previously held by Karisa Maitha. So these were key players in coastal politics. But Raila Odinga still ended up appointing Kingi a full minister, appointing Joho assistant minister. Then everything now became, and again, in 2013, all these two gentlemen became governors. And that's where the tide now started working in favor of Joho. Every time Raila Odinga would go to Mombasa, Joho would treat Raila Amollo Odinga as a king.
You know how hard it is to drive your boss. Today I've been driving my boss. I have been so careful. Wacha tu. Kumwendesha boss. Sio mchezo.
In fact, anytime Raila Odinga went to Mombasa, he didn't even need to go with his vehicles, because he would go to the airport and he will be received with full escort, full convoy, escort, everything. He will always be driven in the official vehicle for the governor while in Mombasa. And because of those actions, and Hassan Joho being someone who understands populist politics, he started appealing to the ODM support base. So when 2017 election was coming, Hassan Joho had actually entrenched himself. Before I forget, when Ababu was elected the Secretary General, Hassan Joho was actually the force behind that team. And that's how Hassan Joho surpassed Kingi, for example, a person he was elected with at the same time. Now, there are two governors. There are two deputy party leaders in ODM, Joho and Oparanya. And if you ask people who are operatives in ODM party, the real people who understand ODM party, they'll tell you that when it comes even to contribution to party activities, the person who has done much is actually Oparanya. But ordinary ODM supporters, if you give them a choice between Oparanya and Joho, they'll definitely go for Joho. So Joho has played his politics, and because of his loyalty, Joho is seen to be very loyal to Raila Odinga, to an extent that in Mombasa, in the last election, Joho actually, everybody who was elected in Mombasa were actually his own people.
Sisi kama watu wa Mombasa tumuombe Raila Odinga Mungu kwa sababu leo ana celebrate birthday yake. So nyimbo moja tu. Happy birthday Baba. Happy birthday. Happy birthday dear Raila. Happy birthday.
So of late, there's been this discussion about Raila Odinga going to coast and then not meeting Joho. And that's what's giving this talk. This is what is giving rise to this talk that probably Raila Odinga and Hassan Joho are not reading from the same script. The last time Raila Odinga was in Mombasa, he met, when they were saying he met with the deputy governor for Kilifi, he actually met with the deputy governor for Mombasa. That's the reality. And he also met with Suleiman Shebal. Shebal wants to be the governor of Mombasa. He was the opponent of Joho. And this is why people have started asking several questions. And I remember someone sharing a photo of Raila Odinga's convoy in Mombasa. And for the first time, Raila Odinga's convoy consisted of his vehicle from Nairobi. So is there a chance that Hassan Joho is actually trying to chart his own political path? Or is it a strategy? Let us listen to Amason Kingi. He said something sometimes back, which is very important.
Na kwa sababu ya kusimama na ukweli, Gavana Joho amepata shida nyingi sana. Maisha yake yamewekwa hatarini, biashara zake za kifamilia zikaingiliwa. Hiyo yote ni kwa sababu ya kusimama na wakazi wa Mombasa. Nataka nikwambie Gavana Joho, the great leaders in this world, the great leaders in Africa walipitia mkondo ule ambao wanakupitishia wewe. Talk of the great Nelson Mandela, alilala jela miaka mingapi? Alilala jela miaka mingapi Mandela? Talk of the greatest Raila Amollo Odinga, alilala jela miaka mingapi? Those are the great names in the continent of Africa. Sahi wanaheshimika waheshimiki. Ndugu zangu wali.
Now, from that speech by Governor Amason Kingi, something is coming out clearly. That Hassan Joho has actually managed to create a niche for himself as a leader from the coast. But what is his game plan? What is the strategy? Why are people talking of him creating his own, charting his own political path? I have 3 theories. Number 1, there is a chance that Hassan Joho is actually charting his own political path. There's a chance. Because he has stated clearly that he wants to become the president of the Republic of Kenya. And for him to become the president of the Republic of Kenya, it means he must break the tradition. Staying in ODM and supporting Raila Odinga, if Raila Odinga will still be running, would complicate things for him. So I want to believe that if he wants to run for the presidency, then he's already trying to chart his own political path. And that journey did not start yesterday. If that's the truth, then Joho started this journey long time ago without people realizing. Let me take you back to the down memory lane. In 2013, Hassan Joho was elected as the governor for Mombasa. The other person who was elected as the senator for Mombasa was Hassan Omar. Hassan Omar was elected. He was an ODM supporter, but he was rigged out because of Ramadan Kajembe. But he ended up still winning. And Hassan Omar was the only candidate who contested on a party which was not ODM, and Raila Odinga supported even financially. He has confessed that to me severally. So the moment Hassan Omar won the seat and Hassan Joho became the governor, these two guys started working very closely and moving very closely, working together. They would even go with Raila Odinga outside. And at some point, Hassan Joho went missing in action. Then Hassan Omar started hosting Raila Odinga in Mombasa. Then when Hassan Joho came back, I think that was now in 2014, towards the end, he came back with a bang. And he took over Raila Odinga. And the first person who became the casualty was Hassan Omar. So the relationship between Omar and Joho got spoiled at that point. Because by that time, people had started thinking that Hassan Omar was actually a possible replacement for Hassan Omar. Hassan Omar was a possible replacement for Hassan Joho as the governor of Mombasa without any sweat. But Hassan Joho ensured Hassan Omar did not come to the party. So their relationship became worse to an extent. These guys were not even seeing eye to eye. So Hassan Omar contested as a governor in 2017 and he lost. Now that was how he started this journey. Then again in 2017, if you follow politics clearly, you'll realize that even in Mombasa, Hassan Joho had started creating brand Joho. Brand 001. So he was not riding. All the other governors, all the other members of parliament from every other place were actually riding on the popularity and the name Raila Odinga. In Mombasa, it was opposite. It was 001. If you have ever attended any political rally, ODM rally in Mombasa, it was purely 001. So probably this guy had started thinking that I needed to create my own name, which is a good politics, and he did it perfectly well. So the brand 001 came up, ile ndevu yake, yeah, to an extent, everybody is nowadays putting, hata mimi, I think, you know, I shave every 2 days, so I think I can also have it. I don't know how I can look at it. Yeah, but he created that brand. I would see even women, when Joho came with Raila Odinga for a political rally in Kisumu here, women were actually screaming to see Hassan Joho. Pale Acacia. There are some who even booked rooms around there. So Joho created a brand for himself. Now back to ODM. In Mombasa, again, he destroyed all the ODM structures in Mombasa. To an extent that today you can go to Mombasa, but you can't find ODM office in Mombasa, even a single one. If you go to Kilifi, they have a big ODM office. Branches have several offices. But in Mombasa, no ODM office. Mtu wake ndiye aliweka chairman Mohamed Hatimi na ako kwa mfuko. So the others are just there. And these are issues. So if this guy is planning to chart his own political path, then he's actually a student of Raila Odinga. He started that journey long time ago. I want you to listen to what these guys were saying. These were Luos who really didn't want to support Hassan Joho in the last election because they felt Hassan Joho destroyed the ODM structures at the cost. And Raila Odinga had to go to Mombasa, if you remember, to campaign for Hassan Joho and even in Nyali. Listen.
Chama cha ODM haina ofisi Mombasa, na hapa ndio tuko na deputy party leader. Tumeona ya kwamba deputy party leader wa ODM anaenjoy baba. Anamuenjoy kwa sababu gani? Haiwezekani ya kwamba Mombasa ndio haina ofisi hata moja ya chama cha ODM. Iliali hapa ndio tuko na deputy party leader. Kwa hivyo usitudanganye ya kwamba unakufa na baba, na watu wa baba wanalia ndani ya Mombasa. Tuna machozi, hatuna kazi hapa. Ile kazi kidogo tukipata tunakatwa mguu. Kama tunatupata opportunity ya MCA anakatwa mguu. Tuende wapi na tuko hapa Mombasa, tumesaliwa hapa, tunafanya biashara hapa.
So it's like that. So if Hassan Joho is charting his own political path, then I don't think it's something he's starting now. It's a journey he began immediately after 2013 general election. After 2013 general election. So that's number one. The second theory I have is that maybe this is a strategy of Raila Odinga and probably Uhuru Kenyatta of propelling Hassan Joho into national politics. If you read the leak which Dennis Itumbi posted the other day, he said the strategy of the system was to propel certain guys into kind of possible presidential candidates. So in Itumbi's letter, in Itumbi's post, which I did a comprehensive analysis on this video, Itumbi is alleging that the governor for Kakamega, Oparanya, is in that list. He mentioned two, Oparanya and Gideon Moi. And I'm also thinking that probably Hassan Joho is part of that. These guys want to create regional kingpins. So that in Mombasa, at the coast, you'll find Hassan Joho there. So when Kenyans will be sitting, because normally watu wanakanga kwa table, wana agree. So Hassan Joho will come and sit on that table. Oparanya will come from wherever he is and sit on that table. If there is Matiang'i somewhere representing Nyanza, he will also come and sit on that table. Kama kutakuwa na Kalonzo coming, so Kalonzo will come and sit on that table. Akikata sawa, aende, lakini wataleta mwingine hata kama ni Alfred Mutua, akaya hapo kwa table. So basically I'm thinking that this is a strategy of propelling Hassan Joho into national politics. So that when Kenya is being discussed, when Kenyan cake is being divided, then Hassan Joho atende na ile bakuli ya watu wa coast. Achukue slash yake, then aende wakina Kingi wagawiwe. Because there's nothing which explains why someone like Kingi is not featuring so much in national politics. In my view, Kingi is even more credible. Kingi is well educated, well grounded, very reasonable. Me, whenever Kingi speaks, I take my time to listen. Normally, they like going in live kwa their Facebook page. I'm always live there. Wakienda tu nimeweka notification. Kingi akienda tu pap, I listen to him. I like the way he speaks. And if he speaks, there's a way, anakuanga na points zake are arranged. The points are well arranged. So I like, but Kingi is not featuring here. But when it comes to regional government, then Kingi will feature. But again, if you take Joho and Kingi, the person who would actually be riding high now would be Kingi. But Joho has now taken over and is being propelled. And that's why you saw Uhuru Kenyatta inviting the coastal governors to State House. But the guy coming out as the guy who was invited is not even Kingi, it's not even Mvurya, who is, I think, could be more senior, but Hassan Joho. So Hassan Joho is being propelled into national politics. And those are politics. And lastly, I think Raila Odinga could even be planning to hand over ODM party to Hassan Joho. This one I've been told severally by several people, even very senior ODM insiders have told me that Raila Odinga is willing to hand over the leadership of ODM party to Hassan Joho. And you know, you cannot just be handed a party like that. You must prove your worth. Raila kienda coast, sio lazima uhang around him ndio uonekane. Inatakana Raila kienda coast, at least he can also be somewhere, you know, then wewe uanze kutembea. So something tells me, and that's why I played for you that ball they were playing pale in because if you look at ODM currently, they're very serious. There's a leadership, not crisis really, but there are leaders who can actually take over from Raila Odinga. And Moses Kuria was the other day giving an example of ODM to his people, how ODM is being managed. That in ODM you'll find Junet Mohammed. In ODM you'll find Edwin Sifuna. In ODM you'll find even Hassan Joho there. You'll find the Paranya. So these are people who have the platform. I mean, when they speak on issues, then you feel kind of national leaders. So I think Raila Odinga could be planning. I'm not saying, but I'm saying there's a possibility that Raila Odinga is planning to hand over ODM party to young thugs like Hassan Joho. I don't know what you think, but those are my take. But can Hassan Joho succeed, assuming he's charting his own political path? Can he succeed? It will be a tall order for him. It will be a tall order for Hassan Joho to succeed. Why? Because if he will go that route, Raila Odinga will simply go and get Amason Kingi. After getting Amason Kingi in Mombasa, he will go and get Hassan Omar. And after getting Hassan Omar, getting Kingi, and Shebal is now on the side, things will be done. Yeah. So Joho will get a pocket of supporters, but the support of Raila Odinga will be gone. So Joho, being a shrewd politician, is also aware of some of this fact. And that's why he has always insisted that Raila Odinga ndio shuja wake. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Joho's strategy and Raila's strategy, in my view, could be those three. Maybe he's planning to chart his own political path. Maybe it's a strategy to propel him into national politics. And lastly, maybe Raila Odinga is planning to hand over ODM leadership to him. I don't know what you think. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want to thank you and take a second or two, hit subscribe button. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. The only request I make here always, two or one. The first one, help me create interactions. How do you do that? Give the video thumbs up if you like. If you don't like it, just give it thumbs down, because it helps me know the kind of videos that you like. And the last one is just drop your comment. Like, do you think Joho can succeed without the support of Raila Odinga? Do you think Joho can successfully chart his own political path away from Raila's shadow? Let me know your thoughts on that matter. Meanwhile, you can visit www.vuguvugu.com. That's our website which we are creating, and it will be up fully on Friday. On Friday, we'll start making it now active. We have been testing it, and so far, so good. Thank you guys, and please have a good day.